Hi, welcome back to a Minecraft map called the 9 Rooms. Today we're going to be going through 9 of these puzzle rooms and seeing if we have what it takes to beat it. Let's press the start. So I assume this is room number 1 and we probably have to get up to that button over there. And for some reason, I'm not able to jump on this block. Don't know why. And we can't jump on this either. Oh, there appears to be a hidden staircase. Can I reach that chest? Doesn't look like it. Now I might be able to jump to this gray area. There is a hidden platform here. Let's see if we can get to this chest. Platy's super secret stuff is locked. Okay. There appears to be a hidden staircase though. I wonder if we can press the button. That opens this, but we still can't get to the super secret chest stuff. So maybe we have to continue in the next level. Okay, so that kind of explains the whole jumping puzzle we just did. There was all this glass that was invisible for us, but that allowed us to get up to the button. And here's a useless piece of trash. It has nothing to do with this room at all. I have a feeling it might have something to do with it. This chest is also stacked on top of another chest that has a netherite pickaxe inside that can break gray concrete. So let's do that here. I guess it's another pickaxe that can break tinted glass. Before we go, let's actually break the gray concrete in here too. Nothing's below it, but it's good to check. So tinted glass, that allows us to get into here. Okay, now that we're in here, we have green concrete and then a flower. However, this glass actually doesn't go all the way to the edge here, and we can reach in over here, get a birch button that can be placed on yellow concrete. And there's another chest way up there that we actually can't reach. Now, I don't know where yellow concrete is, but evidently we have to get to it. Now, there's yellow concrete over here, but I don't think I can reach it unless it may be here. There we go. Okay, that opens up here. Perfect. Now, a whole ton of levers into this room and a button here. Do you think pressing this would open that door? Well, I did. That's kind of why I pressed it. Not a button, but rather a very technologically advanced and rare gamma ray receiver. It's truly a work of art. Okay, so evidently we have to do something to get this button to be pressed, which allows us to get into this room. Now, we've already been into 4 of the 9 rooms here, so we're halfway through all the rooms. However, I feel like we're nowhere near getting enough to get through this map. There's all these levers here, which I don't know what they do, but I have a feeling flipping them in a certain pattern will allow us to enter. Okay, I flipped this lever and it turns that block from yellow to purple. All of these seem to indicate the purple. Now, changing it from yellow to purple didn't really do anything unless we have to do it in a certain pattern. Okay, well, I flipped around and just played with them, and turning them on and only the corners seem to have opened this room. The dropper's locked, but we have a whole redstone puzzle here. Okay, that gave us a non-constructive levitation helmet. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, it doesn't trigger the... And it says it only works on green blocks. Luckily, I know where that green concrete is, so we can backtrack and levitate on this again. All right, we can't levitate up to the platform, but we should be enough to grab this button. Now, this is a warp button that can be placed on blue concrete, which I assume is in here, and that allows us to enter here. There's a nitwit villager named Junk Enthusiast. I just love people's junk, he says. Very interesting. Okay, looks like he can trade tinted glass and a useless piece of paper for a super secret key. Now, that super secret key, we can actually go all the way back to this first stage and try and climb that invisible staircase, which allows us to get into this super secret stuff chest. We have half of pickaxe, which is just a hoe, but it only breaks doors that are already half broken. Interesting. And a gamma ray transmitter that can be placed on orange concrete. Okay, that might allow us to get into here. Oh, but we actually have to place it on orange concrete, which we can't unless we're on the other side. However, I found orange concrete right here that we can also probably place this on. Placing that in the redstone room really didn't do anything unless we redo this. Oh, I just saw particles go through the wall into the button. Oh, there we go. Perfect. We finally got in here. We have Hat Guy. I love the name for this guy. Looks like he trades the levitation helmet for the other one. Let's do that deal. That seems like a fair trade. This one only tends to work around redstone blocks. So I guess we have to go back to this redstone block and try it. Oh, we might be able to get up to here, which allows us to get redstone dust, which is the perfect amount to finish this puzzle. Now, if we reactivate this, we can finally get into this room. And we found a witch, the dehydrated witch. Appears you need some water, my friend. I also see some green concrete pattern. The hat guy should allow us to trade the hat back for the green levitation hat. Yeah, so we can kind of go back and forth with this. Now, let's bring the green hat back to here, and will allow us to level up to this torch. Now, the torch is pretty useless. It can only be placed on smooth red sandstone, which I don't really see why we would need that. However, let's go to these other barrels. Gives us another torch, which is exactly the same. And 4 of the same torches for some reason. Smooth red sandstone. This is the room that has all the sandstone in it. Does it want us to place on the corners? Now, what would this even do for us? I don't see why this is a point. That did nothing. I also see this button I haven't pressed yet. Ah, but it makes the blocks fall, and with the torches, we're able to harvest up this red sand. All right, let's see if the Junk Enthusiast wants to trade some of our stuff. Not really. Now, the Junk Enthusiast wants red sandstone, which I assume we're supposed to craft with this. However, the other half of this is getting a very hot block, which is obtained from trading with the purple glazed terracotta, which we don't really have. The only way to get it, I guess, is flipping the stuff in here. Let's flip everything the opposite way I did that accessed this puzzle. No. All right, let's try it again with everything purple. Now, I'm kind of stuck right now, but the only thing I can think to use is this. Half a pickaxe that only breaks doors that are already half broken. Now, I don't really know what that means because it's very broad. Now, the only door I can think that's half broken is something in here. We need the Lily of the Valley somehow. Whoa, clicking around actually broke this and allows us to grab these shears, which can break a white tulip. Now we should be able to craft this into, yeah, light gray dye, which means we can trade it with the junk enthusiast. Where are you, Mr. Junk Enthusiast? Here you go, my friend. You need an item frame too, which we can grab from here. Yeah, we're gonna need this item frame. Ooh, nice. Ready for this diamond pick that can break purple glazed terracotta. So let's get all these to purple and break all of it. Now we can take the purple and the gray concrete and get the very hot block, then trade it with the red sandstone for some glass bottles. And I assume we're supposed to fill the water up in here and then help the very dehydrated witch over here and make your cauldron full. The dehydrated witch has gulped and says, thank you very much. As your reward, I made all the sugarcane extra fluffy. Interesting. This sugarcane? Oh, I see. They put carpets on top, which allows us to kind of do parkour and maybe allow us to hit this button, which opens this door. And this is the congrats screen. Awesome. We are now done with playing. That was a very short but sweet map. If you guys liked the video, leave it a like, and if you liked it, make sure to subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more.